What up, Wheatfield? What it do? Welcome to the Wheatfield. Welcome to you. This is a quick little message just for some daily inspiration. We definitely don't feel like we're going to be too long. We got some things that are pressing that have to be attended to. Yeah, we got creation. Oh, you guys can't see. What up, what up, Wheatfield? What it do? Welcome back to the Wheatfield, y'all. Welcome to you. We had to get y'all set up. We just kind of jumped in here and started going. We got completion here. Completion and creation. Ooh. Uh, I guess, yeah, it ain't I guess. It is what it is. That's what source say. Creation and completion. Alpha and Omega. It's something about gossip or just folks chattering, or I see a whole bunch of green in here in between. I don't know if people talking. We got rejection. Are people talking and you feeling like they are rejecting you or what you do or what you say? Is there something that you need to release? Yeah, any of those feelings and projections, I say. Yeah, we have complacency, spirit of somebody not moving, but we have joy here, because I believe that joy comes in the morning. It does. It does. And creation, whatever begins ends, right? And whatever ends begins. And so if you are going through a completion, my condolences to any person that's experiencing a loss, and that's loss of any kind, whether it's loss of life, whether it's empty net syndrome, whether it's a job change, whether it is the loss of a relationship. Like, it's all kind of ways that we can experience deep loss, and we only really, you only get to, I don't know. I just wanted to offer that because I know things that are life changing, like life changing events, whether you lost a marriage, whatever, it could feel like, your whole world is just shook up, and it can be very hard to figure out, like, how do I start over? How do I begin again? Yeah, how do I come back to balance, right? How do I accept? How do I accept these things? How do I come into acceptance? We see service, and again, I feel like somebody may have, a recently departed, and not service just in like doing what it is that you are called to do, but I feel like this person is servicing someone who's transitioning because they are, supportive at this time, and the person that's laying down has others that are in the spirit. Maybe it was their parents, maybe, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. Like the people that come to receive you in the spirit as you're going. And I feel like, somebody is balancing the fact that there is an ending happening. It could be causing some guilt. You may be, instead of, staying busy and working through stuff, I'm not for sure, but you definitely dealing with it in a way, you know, that may not be so great for self. Yeah, may not be so great for self. Isolation. And maybe you are isolated because there's a guilt over this ending. But I believe that, you know, for us to have guilt over what the alpha and omega are going to do is a product of the human condition. Because we want to rationalize things. We want to make them make sense. We want to create order out of things that seem to be chaos, right? And the infinite intelligence of the alpha and omega work with uncertainty built in, so the randomness, the chaos is built in. Loving space. I cannot learn other people's lessons for them. They must get there themselves at their own time. I can simply hold loving space for them as they go on their journey. Yeah, this person is going on a journey. And we hold space for our departed. We do. They depart in the physical, but they have not departed in the spirit, because all things are held in creation. Like, we are creation, and we are whole, and we are complete. There's nothing broken, and there's nothing missing. So we keep space for them. The better it gets. I believe, the spirit is released back into creation, absorbed back into consciousness. Whatever spirit space you believe in, that's, what you believe. And all of us have, something that we believe, a personal journey. It is. It's our own personal journey. Every person is projecting. Right? Like, can we accept that each transition is look, balance is each person's transition is personal. Each person's journey is personal, and it's all okay. All of that is okay. To keep a loving space for them, to remember them, to keep their legacy and memory alive. Yeah, it's like our thing. Remember our ancestors. Remember those who came before us. Remember everyone in it. I don't know. I mean, depending on who you are and what they did, you might want to forget it. But it's just, But I got something against that too, because to remember the whole, the good, the bad, all of it, it helps us learn what we want, what we value. Do you want one of these? What I'm saying, not what we value, what to remember. We learn, and we get a chance to choose. Yeah, follow my joy. And I see the sun setting on here too. Yeah. Somebody definitely has some guilty feeling about this ending and how it has ended. And yeah, because guidance system is here, and that's our emotions, right? Your emotions are upside down. You feel depressed and sad and guilty and anxious, and not anxious, but despair and grief. I feel, because it's the beginning of the end of something. And to come to balance and accept that something or someone is going to transition, maybe there's been communication of something of the sort, and you have to come to balance with it and deal with it and know that it's going to be okay, that this person is going on their own personal, they're transitioning, and each of us in our own way. We all will return, right? We will return. Expressing love is here. And maybe, I don't know how much, if they've gone yet, but maybe if they haven't, you want to express yourself. You want to, say it, what you need to say now, so that you can have more, not just more acceptance, but it eases a little bit of the issues of grief when you can speak your piece, when you can say what you need to say. Because y'all know how it be, not to say that, because everybody experiences grief differently, and how you grieve is not going to look the same. It's just not. How long you grieve, all of that is going to be different per person. It's a real personal freaking journey. It really is. For the person that's transitioning, and for the people that are grieving, each in their own way. All of us in our own way. But I have found, this is just my opinion, they like elbows. Everybody got two. You know what I mean? At least. But it's like, if you say what you need to say and get it off your chest and out your heart and express it, then they know, you know that they knew. And you can be relieved of that, right? Of that emotion. You can express it. You can get it out. You can share it, to come to some empathy and compassion, some understanding and resolution, so that you can let it go. It's not something that's haunting you after they've transitioned and you can't no longer speak to them, at least in the physical. And people, when they're grieving, they speak, but I don't know if it's like how much that's received in the spirit at that point. This could be happening presently. Presently, someone could be losing somebody because it's right over completion. And I don't know how much time you have left in order to speak to them to balance things out. Because we have 2 balance cards here. 2. Right. So something needs to be balanced, and I feel the time is now for you to balance it, to say something, because somebody is transitioning. It's an ending coming, and to be able to accept that ending could be a challenge. I don't know when and now is, but I feel like it's soon. The present card is like right here, like pretty much now, and seeing them walk up the stairs. Fuel is here. I enjoy doing the things that fuel me. Maybe this was somebody that you were close to, that you were, I see the 2 hearts and the 2 hands. You know, like maybe this was a close person, a close friend, a relative. What is going on? It just keeps cutting off. It's like something that doesn't want this video to be recorded. It's like somebody is transitioning, guys, and I apologize if this is choppy. But only thing I'm going to say is I recommend that you take the moment, the time, at whatever time you can take, sit in the spirit and see how you can speak to them to clear things up and, you know, get your emotions out and express it before there isn't the opportunity to do it in the physical. We have a couple of cards that says that you and this person were pretty close, that maybe they were a lover or they are, you know, and you're being called to hold on lightly, that, you know, people are going to pass away, and each in our own time and our own journey, and to take the opportunity now, today, I feel, to speak with them, to say what needs to be said, to release what needs to be said, to release, because I do see that there is a completion coming. It is. To release. And that we're going to have to, or have some acceptance on this person passing. And we see, hold a loving space like the time is now. But hold space for this person, keeping their memory, being able to do that. And that's along with holding on lightly, to be able to hold their memory. It looks as if they are presently going. And we see presently, and we see a personal journey. I feel the Alpha and Omega is saying that it's going to be okay. Even though it's a cloudy day, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. You're going to be sad, you're going to be grieved, but the balancing, of course, must be done. There's a balancing that's happening, right? Because we see creation and completion. We are born and we will pass. We have a life and we have a transition. That's a part of it. Endings and beginnings. And somebody is experiencing some guilt over that. Not really for sure how you're handling the guilt, but isolation is a part of it. Yeah. This is definitely a part of destiny, right? It is. Because we all, again, we're here and we're going to pass. We're going to transition. But we see opportunity for growth is here. But this, I feel like this is somebody, again, that you were close to. This together card. Maybe you were together all the time. Maybe they supported you with this nurture, you know, or you're going to need a lot of nurturing and support, you know, so that you can get through the grief process. And try to get this last one out before anything else happens. King of Wands upside down. Well, we got a few of them. I don't know how many of these we should take. None of them. Source. Alpha and Omega. Yeah, Hierophant. Hierophant. That's that righteous judgment. In this person, judgment, righteous judgment, balance, and balance. You know, each of us are going to be judged when, you know, at the appropriate time, you know, when the source has deemed, you know, we don't never know the now. We just don't. So, we, anything else, we just hold on. And that's why it's really good for us to express. Like I said, we just don't know when the time is. I see. We just don't know. Hey guys, I had to take a phone call, but we're back, and I just wanted to finish this up. We see the Hierophant and the Magician. Like, I feel like the source itself is, you know, doing its, you know, the Magician is one that could use all tools, right? And I feel like the infinite intelligence, not just the Alpha and Omega, but the intelligence that has already ordered the thing, this event, like our life pathway, you know, is working in this to bring this person to their destiny, you know. And when we lose people, of course, every person has an impact to our life, and every interaction is an assignment, right? And we learn from every person that we meet, every person that we come into relationship with. It shows us and teaches us about ourselves, and you know, it's just hard, Joe. Grief is hard. And it's one of those things that you really don't know how to talk about, right? Because it's like, what do you say to a person who's just lost somebody that's very close, except for, you know, my condolences, and I know, you know, it's going to heal in time. And that's like the truth, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really help people feel any better. The only thing I can say is that to speak, to express yourself, to say the words that you want to say while you have the opportunity to say them today. This says the Lord is a refuge for the oppressed. Grief is a very oppressing energy. It is a very oppressing emotion. It definitely makes you feel weighed down. And take refuge in our source that sent us. You know, hold on lightly. Again, we know that we have people only for a short time. Submit to God and be at peace with Him. In this way, all things will come to you. Prosperity too. Yes. But not just about being prosperous, but our relationships in life and being close to people is prosperity. That is a part of our abundance. You are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Yes. You are with me. The source is with you. Our alpha, our alpha and the omega are with you always. And your person, even though they transition from the physical, they are with you. They are with you still. And depending on how you believe, you know, you may be able to still feel them in the spirit. You may be able to still feel them with you. I feel like it was something. Yeah. This. This. This one. Whoa. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. The Lord knows how to rescue the godly from trials. We see, but he who did not spare his own son, but gave him up for all of us, how will he not also, along with him, graciously give us all things? My comfort in my suffering is this: your promise preserves life. I am the Lord your God who takes hold of your right hand and says, do not fear. Do not fear. This is a very trying time when you lose someone, and I just always recommend staying close to the source. However you connect to the Creator, to find your peace and comfort, to do that. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. And I feel life everlasting, because life only transitions. It doesn't end. It only transitions. I will turn their mourning into gladness, and I will give them comfort and joy instead of sorrow. You definitely don't feel joy right now. You know, definitely in the sorrow. And that's why I was saying stay with the Spirit, and purge. Purge as much as often. Purge as often as you need to. Don't let anybody tell you where you should be in terms of your grief. The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fears him, and he delivers them. Deliverance is here. Deliverance is here. I believe your person not only is being delivered, balanced out, being righteously, assessed in the spirit by the magician, the Hierophant. The intelligence works all things out and judges. Not judges because the Alpha and Omega judges, but the infinite intelligence designs all things and is done according to how our source has judged it to go, like what the source has said. And it takes a lot for us to come to acceptance with that. And it is a process. If you need counseling, if you need grief support, I recommend that you pursue it. Take care of self. We saw somebody who may have been leaning into drinking, like the guilt of what's happening is kind of isolating you and pulling you into a space where you may be handling your grief in that way, and that's normal. Everybody kind of find a way, an outlet. Not everybody, but a lot of people do, of how to numb the pain, how to deal with it. And, there may be something a little bit more healthy for you that is, that will help you. Anything else, Well, this is what I have for you today, or this early reading. Didn't know it was going to go this way, heavy stuff, but it is a part of our journey. Every one of us will transition, and we just take the time, I believe, to show each other our love and care while we can, while we have the opportunity of the breath in our G, right, while we are still operating, while we are still functioning, while we can still sense them, right, to have that sensation, the touch, to be able to hear them, to hold them, even to smell them, are things that we tend to, want to hold on to. And when that is taken away from us, it's definitely outside of our control, right, and we never know the when. It leads us into understanding the gravity of gratitude, right? And to stay connected while we can. So take the opportunity to speak now, and whether it's make amends, whether it is just that one more time, I just want to tell you that I love you and how I feel, and or just to hold you close and really breathe in your smell, do it now. I love you. I love you so much. Just like I love me, your girl Lottie. It might be come out a little choppy because again, we had some phone call interruptions. I don't know why, and maybe, it's I don't know. I can't say, but yeah. To the next now. Just like I love the infinite, our eternal Lord of all of creation, which called us from the beginning. It knows our end. We don't know. So stay close, and if so, take a moment to make amends. Yes. Ashe.